Well, well, here we are. I want to congratulate you for being on time.
No drinking drinks in the hall. No eating food in the hall. No food in the hall. No entering school past the only rooms in the hall. No looking at other people's luggage in the hall. No running in the hall. No stabbing people with pencils in the hall. No bullying in the hall. No stabbing in the hall. Because for you should know this. When will you learn? Your parents will about this one. 50 seconds. 30 seconds. 45 seconds. 60 seconds. 99 seconds. No drinking in the hall. No eating food in the hall. No escaping detention in the hall. No entering school past the only rooms in the hall. No looking at other people's luggage in the hall. No running in the hall. No stabbing people with pencils in the hall. No bullying in the hall.
Bender?
Crystal.
Good. Maybe you'll learn a little something about yourself.
Hey, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Mike Lepre, King Mike L. This is Legit Paranormal 101, brought to you by LegitPodcast.com. I'm emphasizing different parts of words for no reason at all. Joining me as always, Sarah Paranormal. What's up, Sarah?
So no stabbing people with pencils in the hall. What is it from?
Some of it was like a real advisory thing for students. And
Are
then
you
one-
serious?
Yeah, and some of it's a guy mocking it, and then some of that is obviously with the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, the Breakfast Club. I got that part.
All right,
But
Bender.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I like it, but
Thing. Joining us also is Sin Schrader Hill, author. I need a drink.
Hey.
need a drink. Hi, Sin. Look at us.
Hey. You
This
look
is
cuter.
festive. No, but our balls, if I tip my head, wait, this way, this way, this way. I was trying to tip my ball towards you.
I'm not saying a
My
word.
fluffy,
I
my
get-
fluffy ball.
I'm
My
not-
fluffy
I
ball.
can't. What's up, JK? 47.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Mike's,
So-
where's your fluffy ball?
We don't
Uh,
want to know about Mike's balls. No.
What is this? Hey, what is this? A Christmas party? Is it? Did I not know this is a Christmas party? Is that where this is going?
Merry
Deck
Christmas.
the ball, deck the balls with boughs of holly. That's
No.
not the song.
For the record, I would say a paranormal Christmas party.
Would be epic.
Yeah, but you would have to make sure. My worry is that it'd be worse than a regular Christmas office Christmas. Obviously, it would be worse than a worse.
We're
No, I
gonna
don't
find
know.
out.
I don't know. Have you ever
Ours-
attended?
It
What?
would be great.
All right, no, but have you ever
Sweet.
been to a Christmas party where it was a different company? You're like, this looks like it's out of control. Like,
Yeah.
there's a thin veil of control here that I don't think people understand. Like, I've seen offices that it's like they never got out of the house till Christmas, the Christmas party. You know what I mean?
Didn't they make a whole movie about it with Jason Bateman? There's a Jason Bateman movie about this, I feel like.
We could do that about any topic we talk about with Jason Bateman. He was
Jason
just-
Bateman.
right. Wasn't there a Jason? Yeah, he was in Teen Wolf too. He was? Yeah, he was.
No, he was it, was he? Was Jason Bateman in Teen Wolf too?
He was the star of it.
I need to watch Teen Wolf again.
The movie
Clearly.
Teen Wolf. Yeah, it was Michael J.
Are
Fox
there
first,
naked bongos?
And then no, that's Matthew McConaughey. Thanks, Animal. I tend to wear
mean-
these so that I can stare at the screen, and plus when I nod off, no one can tell I'm sleeping. Which
Actually, you have Sin, he wears those because our light, like we're so bright that Mike has to wear shades.
Aww.
yeah, it's partly that, partly because I'm old. And if you put those together, you
See,
figure out in the area of
You,
why I'm
you
wearing.
cannot use the O word around me ever again. Ever.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
Ever.
If you
No.
age slower than I do, right? If it's
Well,
just natural that I
How
age,
does 60
I'm 84
feet-
years old.
Yeah, no. Well, then I'm 104.
you look, yeah.
And people would still say you look better.
I'm 25.
Are we giving out wishes right now? What's going on?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
I
wasn't
got
asking.
lots.
I wasn't saying that. Wasn't going there.
Got
Just
it,
like-
animal.
Josh,
Is that what-
no. You guys quit saying old. You guys, you have no idea. No,
I
idea.
get-
Right.
It's more
No
of a feeling of
more
old.
old balls. No more old comma balls.
Sin.
Commas are important.
So we had one car breakdown, and then the other car breakdown on the way to get the first car that broke.
I
down.
mean, how
That's
could you
terrible
even
luck.
plan that? That's craziness.
You know when
I'm
you get
so
that
sorry.
phone call and it's like, I'm broke down. Well, what do you mean you're broke down? I just broke down. Weren't you going to get the other car broke down? Yeah, but I'm broke down. Where? On the highway. Get off the highway. There's nowhere to get off on. What do you
Oh.
mean? It's just highway. There's no like Jersey barrier. I know exactly where she was. There's no like off thing.
What the hell's a
I'm like, so you
Jersey
just-
barrier?
The double barriers in the middle go straight down the highway. So yeah, there was no place for even her to get out of the car. So she just had to put on the hazards and hope that no one came flying up to where an exit was before her. And you know, people they fly when they hit the exits. But yeah, that happened. Now Sarah has a Grinch in her stocking about something
what
to
she
do with the definition of parapsychology. Am I even close?
Parapsychology. Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's hear it. I want to
Yeah.
hear it. This is Paranormal 101. I would like to be informed on this topic.
Well, so Sin, you remember we did the show with Cisco and parapsychology came up a few times. Josh, the animal, really quickly shares in my sense of humor with the "that's what she said" joke. Here's Rick. And so I just wanted to clarify because it's changed a lot. And since the handbook that I wrote is based in parapsychology, and that's what we're viewing in Paranormal 101, I like to make it clear because this is not the viewpoint or the study of that every investigator, the journey of that every investigator embarks on. It was just the journey that I happened to embark on. And I'm going to give the, rigid definition of it. With the understanding that my opinions kind of sway a little bit to the left or right of, within that box. So parapsychology, when we're talking about parapsychology in the paranormal world, we're not talking about any UFOs, extraterrestrials, cryptids. They just study apparitions, poltergeists, and then any other forms, hauntings, and any other forms of psychokinesis or telepathic abilities. So we're not.
Why?
Because it's mostly the study of the psychology of consciousness. Okay. So in this case, we're just dealing with human consciousness. We're just taking actual psychology, like the study of the living consciousness, and we're applying it to the survival of consciousness after death of the corporeal body. Like, so our physical body dies, what's left behind consciousness wise. So we're just dealing with human consciousness now.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, Sin, does it make sense to you?
Yeah, but there's a lot of big words.
There's
A
a
lot
lot
of
of big words.
Oh, corporeal? I think she hit us with. I don't even think she was sure on that. That's. I mean, so she's swinging for fences. I mean, she's not trying to.
That means
not
our
trying to
like
get a base hit
living,
here.
like
She's trying
that's
for home
our
runs.
that's our physical being. That's our
I know what it
our
means.
flesh. Okay.
No, I knew the word. I read comic books. I know those.
Okay. All right, comic book guy. All right. What other words did I say?
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you,
Psychokinesis.
oh, you dude, listen. If you had a test quiz, me and Sin,
We wouldn't pass.
We if you put like 400 words and we had to circle the ones you said.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot
So
of
I
big
feel
words.
like
I mean,
you
I
guys
get what you're
are
saying.
both on the naughty list because we have talked about these words before in previous 101s, and I think maybe perhaps Michael Lepre, you just weren't paying attention. Sin's not on every show, so she gets a little bit of a pass, but you?
I actually made me.
I
feel
mean,
like I got in
I'm
trouble for it.
disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. I really am.
Yeah, that's almost really dead on the nose.
Wow.
So I had a chemistry teacher keep me after class. She brought me back to class and she said to me, I went down and I read your file. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Right? I don't know what the hell. I really don't know what her issue was. And she's like, you're not stupid. I thought you were stupid. I'm like, I'm not. She's like, no, you're just not trying. I thought you were stupid. And I'm going, what kind of, like in my head, I'm thinking, what kind of conversation am I having right now with a teacher? Or a teacher's telling me that she flat out just thought I was stupid. So she had pity on me. But now she doesn't have pity on me anymore because she doesn't believe I'm stupid.
Now she just knows you're lazy.
Well, no, it's not lazy. He's just not interested in everything.
No, I was lazy. But I was
Trying to help you.
it was chemistry. I didn't.
Ew.
Yeah.
I just didn't care. But it was senior year. I didn't care. But my point being was, imagine like you adjust for stupid.
You can't say that. You would never be able to say that to a child now without being sued. Ever.
I got bribed to never come back to a class again, and I would get a B+ if I just went to the lunch hall every time that period came up by a teacher.
Does that happen to you a lot where people are like, look, we'll
That
give
happened-
you something, just don't come back?
That was again senior year, and that was I got pulled out in the second quarter, and I was told that I'm disrupting. I'm so disruptive for
I could see that.
for the kids who are really trying to learn that I was asked to never come back and just go to the lunch hall and act like I had study. You know, anyone ever asked me, just say I had study, and I'd get a B+. And it's funny, like the third quarter came and I got a B+, and the fourth quarter came and I got a B+, and I was just like, ah. And the thing is, I was getting an A+. It was such a basic class. Like it's like I'm a senior and I'm asked, would you like to take trigonometry or algebra 2 or geometry 2 and I'm like, what about business math?
Oh,
They're like, you don't want to. Can I take that though? Does that count? Well, technically, it would count, Mr. Lepre. No book needed, dude. I mean, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Come on. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, no offense to those kids. They were mostly fresh. I was in there with freshmen, sophomores who stayed back, juniors who really struggled, and then one of my buddies who was a senior, who was really there because he needed to be there, who also got bribed, by the way, as part of the package deal. And me and him never came back because we nicknamed every kid in the room. And before the class would start, we make them all stand up. One would take off his hat. This kid would do a song. I was not a nice person. I'm sorry, Sarah. What were you saying about the whole?
This became the psychology of Mike, which is probably parapsychology because it is kind of a little bit to the side of normal.
You guys have no idea. No idea.
We have a little bit of an idea. You know what, Stan? We need to get Nicole on the show one of these days and interview her.
that's his wife, right?
Yeah.
Boy, would there be! I would be gnawing at
so
the
good.
cable coax. I wouldn't let that thing go on at all. I'd be kicking the internet. Just trying to
She
crush
needs
that
to
thing.
come on your Spill the Tea show.
Oh,
She does. She does. Look at Mike.
oh.
I'm
I'm just thinking about it and amusing myself.
to use the words from a classic Italian movie, but that would never happen
How do you know?
because I would
You would let it happen.
because I know. You know what? You know what?
You're gonna put your foot down.
No. I just know on that one because I'm
The
not.
keeper of the secrets.
No, not secrets. Just like if it's embarrassing story time, I'm screwed. Like
See,
this-
it would be fun.
No, and not that I care. It's just that there's literally so many that I don't want it becoming like Nikki's Corner. And every week there's just more stories about because she could.
Oh my God, Nikki's Corner.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I don't know anymore. I don't know why.
Such a great idea.
was a
Nikki's
horrible
corner.
idea. Horrible idea. It was infused. Yes, she's always watching.
Nikki's
Uh,
legit corner. Woo!
No,
Yep.
that'd be awful.
It would
Yeah,
be
but
so great.
she didn't like me in high school. She didn't even talk.
She didn't?
No, she thought I was a lot.
I
She
wonder
she
why.
thought I
the
was a loudmouth.
stories you just told.
She thought you were a loudmouth. How is
Yeah.
that possible?
Yeah, right. She thought I was a loudmouth. Dude, you have no idea the offensive things that I would do. Not because I wanted to, like, not because I really, like, one day, me and one of my friends took over. We said we were going to take over the world and figure out a way to make people get along better. And we literally split up nationalities. But mostly what we did was we moved all the women to Canada. And this was because this would get the biggest rise out of the people in the room. And, you know, I had my answer ready, waiting for it. And said, well, why? So we know where they are. If we need for them, we'll send for them. I mean, we would provoke until we got people that were like angry, like really, really angry. We would, yeah, you have no idea, dude. I did
Speaking for the
something.
women, I would like to be sent to Canada away from all the men. Like that
No,
actually
that's-
sounds wonderful.
Yeah, you guys probably would have a better time.
We
Think about it.
would. We would. It's
Yeah.
nicer in Canada, like beautiful, good food, beautiful nature, no men. I mean, like we'll let you guys come visit sometimes.
Plus, everywhere else will be a mess.
Yeah.
No, really. I don't mean that to be offensive in that sense, but you leave me with a couple of friends in a house destroyed. I mean, even at this age, no one cleans up. Guys don't in general. They're just, you know, we're not good at it.
When
We're not
I
good at it.
walk out the door of my office in the 2 hours that I've been in here podcasting, I don't even want to know what my living room looks like, how many things are broken.
I do. I drop stuff too. Yeah.
There's be food everywhere. I
do
don't
that too.
understand. We can't turn off a light or shut a door or
You want to know what's really become gross now that we're talking about gross? Not that we're talking about gross, but now
I have a bathroom that 2 boys share. You want to talk about gross?
No, this is worse.
Oh, no.
No, this is worse.
Can't
This
be worse.
morning-
It can't
This
be worse.
for me, it was. This morning, I was doing one of these where I grab my beard as I'm laying there. Sin, you understand? Every morning I wake up in absolute pain. I have to get up and go away and lay on a couch, and then I cover myself in a cocoon with some sort of blanket. And that's like my
You're
1
not
hour and a
talking about
half of like
medical
mentally
stuff.
calming myself down, and the pain, subsides, and I can go about my day. But I go like this, and I'm like, what the? And I had lollipop, a piece of lollipop in the middle of my beard. And I don't know what it was about that. I don't know if it even bothers you guys that much. I felt dirty. Like I felt wrong. I was like, I'm so gross that I have lollipop in my beard. Like I'm at a stage where I'm too old to have lollipop in his fucking beard.
Had you slept like that? You had lollipop all night?
Sin, here's the funny thing. I never ate lollipop.
Did your dog bring it in?
No, I
You
had
changed the subject.
No, I had a lollipop. That's funny.
Because Jesus, you're ridiculous.
No, I
You're
never
making
had-
Atkins upset.
No, I never. You know what's great about an Atkins tumbler?
What?
It keeps the hot stuff hot.
Really?
And the cold
And-
stuff's cold.
Yep.
Really?
I did it for
What
you.
more could you want in a tumbler?
There it is. Perfect.
Atkins Tumbler soon to be an official sponsor, and we're gonna be selling them on our website. Coming 2024.
I'm going to be honest. The first thing I always think of with these things is what sort of damage could I do with an
I
Atkins
knew this
tumbler
was-
if I threw it at someone's head? As hard, dude. It's Sin.
Why
Sin,
would you want?
Because it's
even-
heavy. It's heavy and it's got a long radius. Like if I threw it sideways like that, I get a good shot at clipping somebody. And you could take somebody out with an Atkins tumbler. They could sell it partially as a way to keep things hot and cold. And what else would you want from a tumbler? But also as like someone messes with you, you just smack them over the head like it's old school, like rolling pin days. Pop, little birds go around their head in a ring. It's that big. You don't think so, Sarah? You don't think this is like a good enough to smack somebody with type of thing?
It probably is, but I'm wondering if at 20 minutes we should start talking about something paranormal. I'm just saying. Like we're 7 seconds away. You got to put some spiral on it, okay?
I would just throw it like a pin. If you can imagine that, like I would hold it
Okay.
sideways. I would throw it like a pin, dude. I would take people out if I could keep them on a belt.
I've lost control.
Mike,
of the
if you can make me
circus.
an Atkins bat belt, where I can keep tumblers all the way around my waist, so I can be like grabbing.
Oh
Let me tell you,
my God.
Oh,
do
dude,
not.
and then put. Look, wait,
one.
Mike, Mike, please listen. And on the back, you know when you put two swords. Instead, rig it like a Coke machine where every time I reach for another Atkins tumbler, one shoots up and takes its place. So it's like a choom, boom, choom, boom. I want them, Mike. I want it though. I want like the Iron Man suit of Atkins tumblers.
Wow.
All right, Sarah, what were you saying now about the paranormal being only in the mind and not with cryptids? Because I'm glad you told us more about what's in.
I
the
didn't say the
mind and mind
paranormal.
mind,
Okay.
but not.
I said parapsychology, which is just okay. Atkins, I'm not putting your comments up because stop encouraging him, Mike. Stop encouraging him.
Oh, think about the fact that it would eject two though
Oh.
and two would take its place. That's dope as all hell. So John Wick should do that. Yeah, tumbler scene. I'm sorry, Sarah, but it's really a good idea.
John
Just
Wick,
really-
sponsored by Atkins Tumblers. John Wick 4,
John
Tumblers
Wick 5.
Revenge.
Yeah, John Wick
John
5.
Wick 5, Tumblers Revenge.
Yeah, tumblers.
Tumblers Mountain.
Mm.
No, it's time to stop. Where was it? What were we talking about?
We were
Okay,
trying to ask you
parapsychology.
what you meant by when you said that it's of the brain and it's life moving forward and not cryptids.
Right. It's the study of human consciousness, and therefore cryptids are not human, and neither are UFOs. So we're just talking about.
Dude, if I hit somebody with an Atkins tumbler from an air bazooka,
Mike.
even the ones,
Michael
wait,
Atkins
you know the ones
should
that,
not stop him.
you know, at halftime at a college basketball game when they shoot T-shirts out, like you want a T-shirt, boom, you
They
make
would
one
hurt
of
with
those.
a tumbler. They would
Oh,
hurt.
not only hurt. I'm talking about we really could do some bone breaking. Like we could break picket fences in the video.
You know?
Advertising it. Like, look, watch what we do to this picket fence.
Yeah, but listen, if he does do
You've
a
lost
bazooka
control.
tumbler, you can actually take it to events that we go to and give away T-shirts.
No, what do we
Or-
do?
Just say we give away tumblers, and I was like, we're not shooting.
No,
those.
Oh,
don't give away
and-
tumblers.
And
Use the
You're so
bazooka
close.
tumbler to throw out, prizes and stuff into the crowd.
I know, but you were still close to the perfect. ball.
Lollipops and tumblers. That's what it's gonna shoot. Lollipops and
if it-
tumblers.
Imagine if we were like, hey, we're shooting out tumblers. We'd be like,
No.
duck, boom, boom. You just see people just dropping like, dude, it would be bad. And they'd be like, are we getting shot? No, they're tumblers. Like we're just getting bruised. Everyone's getting lumped up.
People
Yeah.
will be like, "What'd you get hit by?" I got hit by the Centrator Hill. What you got hit by?
What happened to your face?
I
I went to
know.
this Paracon event and I caught a tumbler. A tumbler? How'd you catch a tumbler? They shot it out of one of those air tumbler gun. What's an air tumbler gun? Yeah, there's a lot we could do with that. So get on it, please. Prototype.
Jesus.
Now, what about why not
Birthday.
cryptids?
F. You get an F. Jesus.
I'm in the
You making
conversation.
me say Jesus.
I'm staying
Jesus
with
3
you.
times.
So why not the cryptids?
Human consciousness, Mike. Human consciousness.
Okay.
So even if it's a wolf man or dog man or moth man, they're still only half man. It's not human. Okay? We good?
So that half
Yeah.
doesn't. All right. So there's no study
Say
on
yes.
that. We don't. In other words, there's not a study on Mothman for us to get a gauge on how the Mothman brain works.
We haven't received Mothman's DNA in the mail yet, so that we could compare it to human DNA. No.
No, that's a silly thing to say because there's no way Mothman would mail his DNA. You'd probably get it on some like kid that he half ate or goo. That why is it they all leave goo behind? You
This
horror movie
is the
people.
legit. So because it's a few days before Christmas, I think we should have just assumed that here at Legit Podcast, we're doing what everyone else around the country is doing and not paying attention to actual work and just having fun. Mothman Sing. I know we had Cryptid Drag on the show that was singing the
Mothman.
M-O-T-H. Here's the big
Mothman.
M-O-T-H. That one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
We got
Mothman.
Mike. You still got. Yeah, Mothman.
No, you would. Let us get back on track. Sarah, can you do me a favor? Just try to focus, please. We're trying to get. All right. So it goes on in the afterlife. That's part of the brain.
Did Mike say earlier, like on the last show, that he didn't understand why his wife and daughter would like gang up on him?
Yeah, it's a mystery.
I feel like I don't understand that at all.
I don't know what my personal life has to do with this clip right here because I'm just confused as to what you're saying.
Maybe that just he's steamrolling.
Don't listen to these women here. Don't listen to them.
Don't listen to these women here.
Sorry, I said that out loud. It's Christmas. I should be in a better mood. Seriously, Mothman. Oh man, you can make a disco. Oh God, you can put glitter all over it. Oh God, help! Oh God, you gotta make
your brain.
You have to make that be the most. You guys gotta help me out with adjectives. I'm trying to describe a tumbler.
Fantabulous.
It has to have every. It has to look like the '80s threw up on it. Like it has colorful that it's beyond colorful.
Like Lisa Frank. Like Lisa Frank style. Mike, you don't know what Lisa Frank is, do you? Sin, you know what Lisa Frank is.
I don't know who Lisa Frank is.
No one had a Lisa Frank notebook or knew girls that had Lisa Frank notebooks?
No, Sarah. I would get the $1 notebook that they sold at the local store with the $1 pen, and that's all I would take to school with me.
How come women don't watch this show? Nobody knows what Lisa Frank is.
Sin.
Yes.
Did you ever pay $20 for a notebook?
No. I did not. See, that's Jeanette, I bet. That.
Oh, yes.
Beautifully ugly.
That's a good word. Good choice of, so I like the way you switched it there and used both words. Sarah, so what were you saying? About bags, expensive bags? No, my bad. Expensive notebooks? What has this got to do with us passing on in life and the fact that you guys only focus on that? I was trying to figure that out, but you're talking about notebooks?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, you froze.
No, she's not.
Oh, no, I thought she froze.
I'm actually, what's the word? Dumbfounded by the stupidity that's going on, the ridiculousness of this show right now. Dumbfounded.
Well, by which part? The ridiculousness?
Thanks for inviting me on.
I'm glad you're here.
Mike, you have detention. You have to get a Lisa Frank notebook and write, I will be serious 1,000 times in it.
So who is Lisa Frank?
She is an artist, but she made like these ridiculous designs that every 8-year-old girl wanted in the 80s. Like, maybe I was younger.
Okay, so I was in my 20s in the 80s. So there you go.
Okay. And Mike wasn't a girl. And he's also old.
And I don't even believe these exist. I don't even.
They do. They have like unicorns on them and rainbows. Maybe all colorful, but they have all the different. Just Lisa Frank. It's very. I'm looking this up now and sharing my screen.
Why would I remember the famous graphic artist that did notebooks? You know what I'm saying?
She still does them. Look at it.
I can't see it.
Hold on. Hold, please. Since I'm going over there. I'm going to share my screen, and y'all are going to just watch.
Are we verifying the
Lisa
name
Frank.
of the person who drew photos for notebooks?
I think so.
All right.
I think that's what we're doing.
I
know who Anne Frank is.
Can you see it?
Oh.
Can you see this?
No, I never seen those in my life.
This would be like Lisa Frank. Look at this. I actually totally want this.
Oh, no. What?
Look at it. It's got 2 aliens in a unicorn.
Yep. I don't want it.
Yeah. So this is a Lisa Frank. You guys, I want it. I want all the Lisa Frank things. She's even got collabs. Look at this.
What?
Okay. Do you understand now?
No, I
Do
don't.
you understand?
What's a Cleo?
Collabs. Collabs. I'm losing my voice. Oh my gosh.
That's where she collaborates with someone else to make stuff.
Yeah, collabs
Okay.
to make purses, and these are like little nail stickers, and this is a blend jet, which is like a little blender for your drink. I don't know, whatever.
I don't. Sarah,
You don't remember that stuff
I love you.
on the notebooks.
I do love you,
Okay.
Sarah, but I wouldn't have gotten any of those. I'm sorry.
If you were 8, if you
No,
were 8,
I didn't like those.
old Sin Trader Hill. No,
I always had black cats and bats and stuff like that.
I like black cats and bats and stuff too, but I'm also very glittery.
Well, so am I. Look,
Yeah, but I like be sparkly. I like,
well, I'm sparkly.
like it.
But
all the
those
time.
those drawings look literally like
Drawings.
shootings of Care Bears. Like it was
Hello, my name is Simon, and I like
Colored
to do drawings.
everywhere.
Drawings. I love
Every-
drawings.
Drawings.
everywhere. How about picture pages? Sin, you remember that with Bill Cosby? This is before he was
The
doing
rape
horrible acts. Yeah,
before the rape.
yeah, but before that,
Before the
and
raping.
and the drugging and all that other stuff. But before that, he did picture pages. Time to get your picture pages. Time to get your crayons and your pencils. And then it was picture pages. Now Bill Cosby does a picture pages too. And if you weren't ready, Bill Cosby just started. He never slowed down. He never went back and reviewed. So if you weren't there with the pen, ready to go with Bill on that one shot, you couldn't play along. It was the most like stress involving moment for little kids, like because I got my pen late, Bill, or the pen didn't work, Bill. I had to get a second one. I would miss it. You don't remember that? That was like a
So, for
Right.
anyone that's
Before
tuning in
Jello
today, we're not talking about anything paranormal tonight.
Oh, sure we are.
We're-
oh
No,
sure.
we're not. 32 minutes. 32 minutes. 32.
Is it my fault?
32 for the math geeks.
Is it
No,
my
it's
fault?
definitely
for
Mike.
being on?
No, it's definitely
don't-
Mike's. It's
I don't
definitely Mike's
even-
fault.
I don't know. I would be worried as to why she's counting the time.
Oh,
32 for the math geeks. That's 5.
32 minutes of what?
I'm not talking about paranormal stuff.
We've
I-
asked you several times to continue, but you won't.
that is true. So why not cryptids?
That's what I'm asking.
Sin. Shame. Shame on you. Sin. I'm disappointed.
But really,
and saddened
why not
by-
cryptids? Why not cryptids?
I'm disappointed and saddened by the events here tonight.
The views of my co-hosts do not represent my views. Listen, cryptids could have been people, and we just didn't study on them enough to know what they're going through. Secondly, you guys don't think
They
that
aren't
animals-
people. They aren't
animal-
people. You can't study them in a lab. You can study consciousness in a lab in a controlled setting. You can't just take a cryptid and bring it to a lab. You'd have to find it first, and no one can even get a decent picture.
Dogs and dolphins.
What about
Dogs and
if
dolphins.
someone is hallucinating about cryptids?
Good point.
Then you're still studying their consciousness, not the cryptid.
What
this
if
is
the
coming from
person
their
doing
mind.
the testing is hallucinating?
Yeah.
Would it be cryptids then?
What
Sarah,
if you rode to the lab on a unicorn with fish scales?
enough of this Anne Frank stuff. We get it. You like her notebooks. We're trying to ask you a question about cryptids, and you keep avoiding the topic. Let me
I would like a
rephrase this.
serious.
Let me rephrase this.
I would like.
Why do people have consciousness, but we don't think like a dog does or a dolphin?
But they
At
do.
least we're entertaining, JK. Legitpodcast.com. Tune in when you're drunk,
Yeah, like he's the only one drinking.
allegedly, or allegedly anything else, allegedly, and we'll entertain you
No.
with our ridiculousness.
All right, but I want to know why you don't think my dog has consciousness.
But they do.
You dog, human. I said human. Your dog is not a Homo sapien.
All right, but
That is-
a
Doug
cryptid
is
is.
a canine.
But a cryptid is.
No, a cryptid is not.
Well, you can't.
It's
But
a
you just said you
cryptid.
don't count a cryptid. But with counting dogs, they're
Yes.
just in a different category. So then, wouldn't cryptids be in the other category, or are they
Hey,
human?
fuck you, buddy.
Sin, did I just make a point? Is that why she got upset?
I'm not sure. I don't know what just happened. I'm thinking,
Sweating under my Santa brim right now.
I think I made a point. So you're saying that cryptids are not like our dogs?
And is my face red?
a little.
It's a little red, right? Oh,
Yes.
Jesus. Oh, God, help me. Baby, sweet baby Jesus. Little baby Jesus.
JK,
Talon
JK
Jacobite,
was that.
Will Ferrell. Little baby
JK
Jesus
was
in the
that.
manger. What do you ask?
Yeah.
Wolfman isn't a dog and isn't a human, and we're only
Well,
talking about consciousness.
Wait,
Why not?
Just peoples.
you guys are
Just peoples.
you're missing. By the way, that was an olive.
Soylent Green is people.
So I can easily answer this question. No PhD. I've never taken any classes at the Rhine. Nothing. No, I need that question up. Isn't a wolf man a dog? No. He's a wolf.
Ah,
That's simple. That's an easy one. JK, any more questions, send them right to my email. I got you covered because none of this psycho, mumbo jumbo. We'll cut right to it. He could be a wolf, right? He could be part wolf. I would buy that. Now, Sarah,
What about a hybrid?
36 minutes and 52 seconds.
what about a wolf man that mated with a female dog?
that's on ass.
Still not human.
That's a hybrid.
Well,
Still
but
not
then-
human.
But then there'd be a wolf man. No, I'm not going to say it. You set me up on that.
Bitch.
Yeah, I got set up
That'd be a
on that
wolf
one.
bitch.
I got set up
Wolf
on that one.
bitch. You know what? Wolf bitch would be a great show. Someone needs to make that show. Just like a badass wolf woman. Wolf
Like the
bitch.
wolf bitches of Wisconsin. Right, one of those. Wolf bitches of Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be pretty.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know, like a female werewolf, like reality, like the Real Wives of like Atlanta, but they were like,
Yeah, real wolf
they have
bitches
those-
of Wisconsin.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, that'd be.
Do they have those real glittery notebooks and stuff?
No.
Yeah, they have Lisa Frank notebooks.
Even they haven't heard of those. Sin.
No, Stan. These are bougie wolf bitches. They have Louis Vuitton. Okay,
Ooh.
That would
bougie,
be good.
bougie wolf
Yeah.
bitches with their
Yeah.
Louis and their red bottoms.
I think this might work. He was.
Wish they were true. Like I wish they were true. I'm literally. This is a health shake. Yeah, that makes more sense. Makes a lot more sense.
Wait,
But
wait,
I'm
wait,
drinking
wait.
just like a smoothie.
The olives. are
Yeah.
gone. And this may be what I'm drinking, but then again, it may not be. That is why it's a mystery. Now, I want to know about the afterlife, and is there more any
What
definition?
I want to know here is if the roles were reversed, would I be muted by now? Would they have
Yes.
muted me by now?
Yes.
Hypocrisy, I call it.
Well, what do you mean by roles reversed, though? Do you mean if you were hosting and I was there, would it be reversed?
No, I mean, as if you were trying to explain a subject and I just came up with the most ridiculous flights of fancy I could and then shot them out of the hole in my face.
So what is different? What are you saying that I'm supposed to pick out of that? That's
I'm
That's
just
what you do.
saying.
That's what you usually do, isn't it? Right?
Organized manner. Like I feel like my mouth hole, like flights of fancy, are a bit more organized.
What? I think my mouth hole flights of fancy were organized more before. Is Sin? Did I hear that? Tell me I heard that out of order. I heard that out. No, Sin, did you hear my mouth hole? My mouth hole.
I did.
Flights
I-
of fancy.
I did. I did.
By the way, Sarah, congratulations. No one, and I'm gonna say on a record, no one has ever said those words in a sentence like that. At least on a podcast. My
No.
mouth
I
hole.
try.
My
I try.
mouth hole. Flights of fancy. Weird thing to say. Hopefully, that's a weird introduction. Get that in an elevator. You know what I mean? Imagine like you're in the elevator, you try to be quiet. Everyone's and my mouth full. What was it? My mouth full flights of. I don't want to know. My mouth hole flights of fancy. I
Yeah.
I bet you some people would want to know.
probably.
I bet you somebody would want to know.
No, I would tense up and
Just
try to be extra
saying.
quiet till I get off the elevator. That's exactly what the guy. I'd be like, "Oh shit! Don't even look at them." She just said mouth hole. No one says mouth hole. Okay, never mind. Would you please get us back to the whole thing about why it's not cryptids? In
Would
your
you rather I
reality?
said orifice? Is that a better word?
Yeah. Then mouth
My
hole?
facial orifice. My facial
mouth hole?
speaking-
Orifice versus mouth hole. Yeah, I'm gonna go with orifice on that one, but I don't know. I was never taught about the mouth hole in like biology, so
I
I'll
wasn't
go with
either.
orifice. I'll go with orifice.
Pie hole. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Probably.
That's it, JK. I was thinking pie hole and I said mouth hole.
Flights of fancy.
My flights of fancy. I quite often have flights of fancy.
Can you do me a favor though? Seriously though, let's get
Uh-huh.
back to this. Can we get back to this, please? You're talking about how. All right. What are you trying
Atkins,
to
go
tell
to the
us? I just-
doctor.
Here's you know what? Here's the question. I think I speak for Sin. What are you trying to tell us right now? Like what
I was trying
definition?
to tell you what parapsychology was, but I don't even have time. It's 42 minutes and 4 seconds.
No, you
of
have
you
plenty of
just
time.
teasing me.
Go right ahead.
Okay. So the study of human consciousness.
So we're not talking cryptids.
Stop. No cryptids, no aliens.
Okay.
It started in the early 1900s in UK
All right.
with the formation of the SPR, the Society for Psychical Research. So they studied paranormal phenomena in people's homes, and they also studied mediumship and telekinesis, which is moving things with your mind.
Why are you stopping
Okay.
if you want us to talk?
I'm like,
You just
I
said not to
feel-
talk. Sin, is she pausing as if we're going to talk?
She is. She is. She thinks we're going to burst in.
I think you're going to interrupt me. Like I feel like I'm like a little bit like I have some shell shock here from being interrupted so much.
You just told us not to interrupt you, but you kept pausing and waiting for us to talk. I felt like I was compelled to talk, and I was fighting the urge to talk.
You make long pauses all the time. Would you corner the market on long pauses, big guy?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
Is that
that's tough.
Is big guy tough? Is that what you call somebody tough? Big guy? All right. Flights of fancy. Go ahead. Get back to the definition.
Anywho,
Okay.
all right, studied in the lab, we're talking about 3 things. We're talking about apparitions,
That's one.
which is a conscious spirit. So we're talking about we've received responses. It's interacting with us. Okay. We're
That's one.
interacting with it.
Apparitions.
1. 2.
1. 2.
Hauntings.
Hauntings.
Not conscious, what we would call a recording, Memorex, just like the same phenomenon's happening all the time when someone
Repetitive.
sees a ghost walk through the room at 8
Repetitive.
p.m. every day. Yeah,
Like a time.
repetitive. Time loop.
That's two.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Poltergeist. This is where it's different and people fight. In parapsychology, we're not saying that a poltergeist can never be an apparition or a deceased person, but that most of the time, in cases that they've studied with poltergeist activity, the person causing the disturbances has been a living agent, an alive person. So poltergeists are not usually ghosts. they can produce ghosts. The living person can produce. And I think we talked about this a little bit on another show, where the living person can manifest an outward apparition that they're seeing, but it's actually like a mind projection.
All right, I got to issue with that because I had an issue with that last time on the actions.
I know.
We jumped in on this. Something that my mind projects.
Uh-huh.
Well, where are we drawing the line on real? I mean, real to me or real to everybody else?
We're not saying it's not real. It's real. It's absolutely real. It's real to you. It could be real to either just you or you and other people. Both things have happened. Either just the living agent has seen it, or sometimes the whole family has seen it. Sometimes it's even been caught on camera.
One person
But
can cause an
it's
apparition.
real. What?
One person can cause an apparition. They can mentally
Yes.
think of something and then it actually appears.
Yes. They're not thinking. This is where we got confused last time. So they're not trying to do it. It's not conscious. This is usually suppressed emotions, traumas, really strong, big things that the mind can't quite sort out.
So it makes
And
somebody over
so-
there.
It makes somebody over there. It's an outward manifestation of all this energy that has nowhere to go. It's the same energy that's why so often in poltergeist cases, you'll have lights breaking, things going on with the electrical systems. It's like surges of strong energy. Usually the
when
living
it-
agent is a teenager.
Wouldn't it make
Or-
more sense if instead of saying that somebody can cause an apparition, what if they could just give off enough energy that could light up something that's already there? Like, as opposed to they are producing this, is it not that they're just producing enough energy to cause something like this to happen?
Well, the difference would be, and I apologize, I'm simplifying it. There are like books and books and like books written on this going back from the early 1900s through all the way through today with the changes.
No.
Yes.
No, not a lot of books.
But I'm saying the difference is when they study these things, what they'll do is they'll take the living agent out of their environment and bring them into a lab. So if those things then go with the person, you know it's the person, not something that's in the home, right? Or if they go back to the home and you remove the agent, these things are no longer happening in the home. So we know it's them, specifically that person that's causing the issues.
Okay.
If that makes sense. And sometimes subconsciously, but honestly, with some of these things that go on in these cases, just by questioning the people and by doing really great observation, they've discovered that that things being broken, like they can physically see the person doing them. Like they're not even doing it with their mind. They're just physically doing it. They don't realize they're doing it. And it's happening so fast that nobody else sees it. It's like an unconscious tick almost.
Wait a minute.
So
Wait a minute. The person smashing stuff and saying it's an apparition?
So there's been instances where, for example, a vase is on a table
A vase?
and it seems as if a vase. Do you say vase?
I do too.
I
Face.
say vase because I'm fancy.
I say vase all the time, but a lot of us like to hear vase. But go ahead.
That's how I say it.
Vase.
Face.
Like if I was saying
So the
telling
vase-
someone in my
so the
family, I'd be,
vase
go get the
vase-
vase. Yeah. Vase.
The vase vase. The vase vase.
Okay.
Sounds like a feminine product. Does that
I don't
sound
know why
like a
you're
feminine
stuck on this.
product
I don't
to
know
you?
why you're stuck on this word. I don't
Sin,
know
does
why
that sound like a feminine product to you? Vase vase?
It does.
Get your vase
Dude,
vase
dude,
and feel
for the-
fresh.
For the record, just the word vase sounds like a feminine product.
Yeah, it does.
So you don't have to go further. You don't have to add anything to that word than just vase doesn't though at all. Vase sounds like
And then
like
I
16
picture happy
Canadian.
women riding a bike and swimming. Okay. So it'll fly across the room and it seems or looks to the naked eye as if it happened by itself. But there might actually be a person sitting here that just like, I don't know, either tipped the table, moved the table, pulled a tablecloth, or did something to cause that vase to go flying very quickly, subconsciously. Just saying.
I'm having a hard time with the whole subconscious stuff. Like the whole.
You have a hard time believing that our mind can make our bodies do actions without, like, you think we have control over every part of our mind, right? This big complex mind that we have as humans that we know like about this much about. There's this like we have this brain and we don't understand it at all.
Are you asking me like if I know that we know like 10 to what 19% of our brains and we know how to make those work, and then you're asking me if I know how powerful or whatever the whole mind could be? Are you doing one of those things?
I'm asking you if you believe it's possible with the power of the rest of that brain that maybe it can operate like separate from us sometimes without
the rest of our brain is
control.
just stupid. What if the rest of our brain is just stupid and it's a waste of space? And the reason we don't use all 100% of it is because there's only 19 to 11% of it that's good. And these people that think that the rest of their brain's going to kick in, they're going to have these superpowers like Lucy, and they're going to fly through stuff and stick their hands through the wall.
The rest of our brain is cryptid.
What if it's just junk, though? What if it's just dumb?
What if it's cryptid?
There has been so many studies. I'm ignoring you, Sen. Bad. There's cells from our brain, like in all of our organ systems. So we all know our brain can affect our health, right?
Yeah. But what about the dumb brain? I'm talking about the dumb part.
Hey, brain, like things are really bad. You know what you should do is you should like make me have a horrible stomach ache and a backache and be tired all the time. Like we're not doing that. It's just happening.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm asking about the fact that why can't the rest of the brain just be stupid? Why does it have to be all this magical untapped power? Always, to everybody. It's
magical untapped power is, but I think there's enough. I don't know if it's actually physically in the brain somewhere or if that comes from. So, okay, Mike, go deeper then. So where's our consciousness? Does it live in our brain? Does it live in our soul? Where does it exist? Because that's another question we're answering.
That's easy. That's an easy one, though. That's easy. For me, it's soul. It's in your soul.
Okay, so then it's not in your brain.
Yeah, I know.
So then your soul is doing that.
All right, but the speaker is in my brain. Whatever the soul is trying to say, it comes out the loudspeaker that's in my head like a classroom. So,
but who's in control?
Of what part?
Of the actual words being said, not the speaker. Who's in control of that?
That comes out of my soul.
It comes out of your. Is that where you? And you think that's where you feel all your emotions and everything? It all comes from a soul. So that's what your consciousness is.
That's what consciousness should be considered. I know they want to say it's in the brain, but that's silly. The closest you get to heaven is when you dream and you're at the closest to death. So if you die, it only makes sense. You might go a little further and now you're in heaven. So I think if the brain shuts down, it goes to just a different place, different level, different thing. And I think that's the soul that goes with it. I think the only thing that you can say, or at least I can say, is that I always feel like that I have to have a soul because I know there's something else other than my brain, heart, arms, legs that's here that I don't really care where it goes. I could die and that could be it. And I'm not going to be like, oh, disappointed. Like I'm happy enough for what I got. And I'm out. But my point is there's definitely something there that I would have to say is a soul. Sin, would you agree?
Okay with it.
Sin, I asked you, would you agree?
You know, I am not. I'm just going to stay out of this question.
All right.
No, Sin, I want to hear your answer.
You know,
you don't want an answer.
I mean,
is it the word soul? Is it just the word soul? But we're really just describing something that is separate from our physical brain that might have some control over us and our actions.
I think the soul is your essence. That's your essence. And it is aware of your brain. Your brain is aware of it. It can work together, but it doesn't have to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does. And because of either hormones or extreme trauma, fear, is it possible that that part of us that's conscious ever does something without the consent of our body?
But see, the toughest part of that is this. Is it possible that when we're seeing things, we're just, seeing things? We're stressed out to the point where we crack a little and our brain sees things because
You're
We're
hallucinating.
talking about things that other people are seeing, though, here specifically in these
have to be
cases.
recognized by. So I have to be able to see things so badly that other people see them too.
Yeah. Yep. It
Almost
has to be
like-
happening. It's manifesting in the physical world around you. It's not in your mind at all. So it's not a hallucination.
That's going to be
That's
rare.
why Cisco said something about mass hallucinations. I mean, I think that definitely used to be a theory, and it still is a theory because there are mass hallucinations. There are.
Well,
I've
people
seen it
used to mass
happen.
hallucinate in the 70s.
Well,
there
I'm
was
saying
a
it's
lot of mass
not even with drugs, but so we'll see this a lot you'll go in, you'll interview kids, and they'll all see the same thing. And the kids are like, yeah, I saw the man with the hat and the shirt was like this. It's very detailed, even if you interview them separately. But there's so much power of suggestion in the house because what you'll usually find is that the parent saw something. And there's so much power of suggestion in the house. So they'll hear the parent talking, and in their brain, they're not remembering that they heard this from an older person or an older sibling. They will actually start to see it. They will see it. Like it's real to them.
Is that the same as like when you can't remember if it was you in the story?
Yeah.
Or somebody you knew?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you make it into a memory. Yeah.
Like you've heard that story so many times, you start to forget if it was you or
Yeah.
someone else.
Yep.
So every time we recall a memory, it actually changes a little bit. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Every time we recall a memory, this has been like, I don't remember where I read it. It was in a scientific journal.
That means
A
it has
study
to be
about
true.
memory. No, it doesn't. There's been several studies, and I believe Harvard University did one of them on memory. And this is why they're saying that this is why there's statutes on witness accounts for certain crimes, because your memory changes over time. They've proven it. Like every time we retell ourselves a story, it changes just a little bit.
Yeah, because we get older, more forgetful, and we can give less shits.
And as we forget things, our minds will fill in gaps for us because the mind doesn't like gaps.
Yeah.
So it'll make us recall things that didn't necessarily happen. You'll be like, I remember that. And there might be someone else there that remembers it completely different, and you can fight with them all day long. And who knows what really happened, because you're probably both a little bit wrong.
No, see, that's not true. Some cases I know of certain people that they don't remember anything correctly. They don't.
Yeah, some people are more prone to that. Some people are prone to that. They have selective memory. They'll forget things, and then their mind just fills stuff in that just never happened.
You know, at the 58-minute mark, JK just brought up the Mandela effect, and he does not want to get with me on that because I will talk about that for 4 or 5
It's a whole
hours.
nother show. I know.
You can't do that to me.
And it's not really the Mandela effect, because it's not the Mandela effect. It's just how memory actually works is what I'm talking about. Like real memory changes, and it's not, it's a personal thing. Like our own memories each separately change. It's not like we're all seeing something change, like the Mandela effect.
No, the Mandela effect is something that happened
It's totally different. Yeah.
in cross
But
universes, timelines,
okay.
science fiction type stuff.
We didn't get it. I feel like there's no point. Even
No, we're
going
getting close to the
further.
wrap up. Actually, yeah,
We're getting close to the wrap up. We haven't really talked about anything. Mostly it was just, I don't know, balls and flights of fancy and mouth holes. And I don't know. I don't even know. Did we get the Mike High School stories in the last show or this show? It's like all blurring together.
Check this out. Sin in parapsychology. What do they not count?
They don't have cryptids. They say no cryptids.
We learned.
It's
What else?
human consciousness, not
Oh yeah. there's three
Okay, one-
forms of ghosts. There's there's one.
Apparition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one's a repeat, one's
Yep.
intelligent, you pays attention to you, and then one, I guess, wants to fight you. And then you're talking about how the brain can have things happen and how our memories change over time and they never stay the same. And then our minds fill in the gaps. And that this stupid Anne Frank lady made these pretty little
Lisa
notebook
Frank. Told you
moves.
can't say stupid Anne Frank lady.
Oh, what's
Anne
her name?
Frank, so you know what just blew my mind?
What?
Lisa Frank made diaries. Diary of Anne Frank. Lisa
Oh.
Frank.
There you go.
I had a similar reaction.
Now who's off the rail? Now
I
who's
said-
off the rail?
I said to somebody once how I wanted to make T-shirts that the names they matched up going front to back to front, and it was the same reaction. See how she just acted? And my idea was Rich Little and Little Richard.
That's good.
Like there was just so many other names that I came up with that would be flips of each other, and we thought that was the funniest thing that we've ever heard in our lives. And she just her mind was blown. The term was blown. And figuring out that the Anne Frank diaries and this other Frank's
And Lisa Frank made diaries. I had one.
spooky, that coincidence. Sin, seeing how this has been a great 2023 and we're going into 2024. And then you like to say to wrap up and for Christmas and anything else? Where
Yeah.
your books are and stuff.
Yes. My books are on Amazon. Please go check them out. They make great Christmas gifts. And I was just talking to Sarah earlier. I am going to read a few Christmas stories over the next few nights. And I'm going to read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
So
all right.
we're going to have a little Christmassy stories. Gift of the Magi. That's one of my all-time favorites. So I'm going to
Me
be
too.
reading that one. And we're just going to have some Christmassy stuff.
So that will be on, excuse me, our Facebook page, our TikTok, and our Instagram. So stay tuned, and Sin's pages will be tagged as well. So that should be fun. We're gonna make it fun.
Christmas stories rule. Sarah, anything you'd like to say to wrap up this class?
Nope. No, I'm good. Yeah, I don't.
Now do you see why I was bribed to never come back to class?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna bribe you to never come back to this class,
Yeah.
but that would be good for you. So I'm not gonna do it.
I see how that works. That's the Christmas spirit. So tomorrow is what? Friday, and then Saturday, and then Christmas Eve. Correct? That's how it goes.
Yep.
So for the men listening, it's officially time to start shopping. Get
Yep.
out there, get the last minute list going. Good luck. Like I've been there before when you have to do that last minute run to the mall. Oh man, dude, the day I want to say the day before Christmas Eve, it's got to be 80-20 men, women at the mall, and it's a lot of guys that look lost. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking lost.
My son wants me to take him to Target tomorrow. Do you know what it's going to be like at Target tomorrow to get a Christmas gift for his girlfriend? I'm like, oh my God.
Tell him you'll take him, but you're not going to stop the car. You'll slow down to about 5, 10 tops. He's going to roll out, walk in Target. You're not going. Now, people get aggressive right around now, too. They're getting cranky.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
wants to
Yep.
get out. The driving is bad. No one will let you go. It's a
No.
couple days before Christmas. Not a person will let you pull out. They hate you.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
Mhm.
So sad.
All right, for the wrap up. So for Sin Schrader, Hill, author. For Sarah Para, normal. It's me. Mike Lumber King, Mike Elders was legit. Paranormal 101 brought to you by legitpodcast.com. If I don't talk to you, enjoy your Christmas. I will see you in the year 2024, which, God damn, is that out?
Merry Christmas, you